Red Dirt Designs. Invest in yourself.
I went to Office Depot and have made a large copy of an eyeball here. This will look awesome on top of here. I'll try to just center it. I might even kind of turn it sideways a little bit. It might look cool. But yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to airbrush this on here. So when you make your copies of what image you're going to be doing your eye, you want to make sure you make 2 to 3 copies. And that way you have some extras. So if you make the wrong cut, or you mess it up, or if you want to cut out some eyelashes, or you do something in the wrong order, you have an extra one just in case. So, alright, I airbrushed some spray pattern here to see what the color would look like. I did some mixing and matching, trying to make a nice red oxide type color. And this is the color I kind of came up with. I feel like that'll look kind of cool over the top of this. So we'll just kind of start with this, and then we'll go to like black later on. Start out, I'm gonna add some grunge, and I want to kind of distress this, make it look a little older.
Also, make sure the paint you're using is a urethane. You do not want water-based. It will not work for this effect. Here I'm putting a thin coat of this foam cleaner over the top of the surface, and then I'll spray my urethane base coat over the top. And then when I use a rag to wipe off the extra, you'll see that I'll leave this awesome grunge effect.
Now we take a towel, and we're just going to go over and wipe off all that residue. Alright. Yeah, that's doing the trick. Now I made it look like there's just some water damage, some spotting. This will just help with the overall kind of grungy look that I'm kind of going for. Alright, the next color, I'm going to go with a little bit in between the black and the red oxide. It's going to be like this brown color. So we're going to do a little bit more texturing. And for the texturing, we're going to use this texture stencil. I'm also going to darken the edges. Some multi-purpose foam cleaner. It doesn't work as good as my other foam cleaner, but any foam cleaner will work. You just want to make sure that it foams up really good. Let me see if I can maybe get some bigger foam drops. The bigger the foam, the better. So I don't know if I gotta get closer. Each layer just adds another dimension to it. This is what we were kind of going for right here. We're just going to cut out the blackest parts first. Just using an X-Acto knife here. Alright, time to cut the next part out. I kept the centerpiece here to show you. Used it to help me line it up to make sure everything is right where it's supposed to be. Once I knew where it was at, tape it down real lightly. This is pretty dulled down tape. You want it to be too tacky, it'll rip your artwork right up.
I got these awesome freehand airbrush templates. The texture effects too. The organic net and the square burst here at the bottom both have the eye textures that I need. And for the sake of speeding up our workflow, this is the way I'd do it if you have the funds to do so. But you can always freehand it if you don't have this, or you can cut out your own textures. And I very carefully take my X-Acto knife and I scrape in some of the little smaller details. You can lightly scrape away the black paint and it makes it look like little highlights.
Alright, we're just going to keep making some shading to try to bring up the contrast. It's hard because everything's so dark, the background, so it's hard to bring life to an eye. What we're going to do here is we're just going to start doing some shading. And
Here I'm just spraying the foam cleaner into this popsicle stick. I'm trying to make sure my droplets aren't all the same. I don't want them too uniform, so this will kind of make some larger ones.
putting a highlight. That's what brings things to life. Isn't that weird? Yep. Brings it to life, and I knew it would. And then you do another one opposite direction. There. Alright, I put some acrylic paint and I watered it down to where it's really liquidy. And we're just going to pour a little bit on the edge.
If you found value in this video so far, please hit the subscribe button and ring the bell so you're notified anytime I have new content coming out. Thanks so much.
Okay. Whew.
And if you mess up in this process, you can wipe it off if you do it quickly enough. Just like I did here, I redid the drops and I like these ones a lot better.
And then as that dries, it'll look more like that one where it starts to look like it's just water stained. It's going to be cool. Just got to let this dry, and then we'll be ready to seal it off, and I'll show you how I do that, and then it'll be ready for a really cool antique looking frame. To seal off the whole project, I'm just going to use the same stuff we've been using, but we're going to have it in a spray can. This should seal it off real nice. It'll be a nice even coat that way. think this will be the best option. I'll have links to all the products. They're my Amazon affiliate links, so they help me out. So I really appreciate it. A lot of you guys have been using them, and I really appreciate that. So let's go ahead and seal this project off.
Check out all these textures, all these layers. It looks like it's been left up in an upstairs attic that leaked water all over it. Just love it. I believe this piece has a steampunk Victorian vibe. But I don't know, what do you think? Leave your opinion in the comments. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, check out these videos. I think you'll like them just as well.